One of the main components of successful DevSecOps teams is testing. Today we're going to have a look at TDD, Test-Driven Development. Let's get started. So TDD is a discipline of writing automated tests before writing any code. That starts with pretty basic testing and increase in maturity over time. TDD is divided in a series of steps. First, the team decides to create a new feature or augment the current capabilities. The team begins by writing a test that passes if the feature's specifications are met. This is done in partnership with the product owner to understand the use case and implementation of the user stories. A key benefit of test-driven development is that it makes the developer focus on the requirements before starting to write any code. 2. The continuous delivery pipeline will run all the tests created. Those will obviously fail since there is no code written yet. Step 3. The team will write the simplest code that will pass the tests. Imperfect code is acceptable as long as it passes the tests. The code will be fixed anyway in step 5. No code should be added beyond the tested functionality. Step 4, all the tests should now pass. If any fail, the new code must be revised until they do. This will ensure that we are meeting the test's requirements and did not break existing features. Step 5, refactor as needed. This iterative process is focused on fixing the code. Code is refactored for readability and maintainability. Using the DevSecOps principles, the code will be continuously tested to ensure that the refactoring process does not break anything. Example of refactoring could be moving code to where it most logically belongs, removing hard-coded data, documenting code, removing duplicate code, making names self-documenting, splitting methods into smaller pieces, rearranging inheritance hierarchies. The cycle is repeated for each new piece of functionality. Tests should be small and incremental, and commits should be made often. That way, if new code fails some tests, the team will be able to quickly swarm to fix the issues. There are some anti-patterns to avoid in TDD. For example, having test cases that are using previously executed test cases. Instead, you should always start a unit test from a known and pre-configured state. Avoid dependencies between test cases. A test suite where test cases are dependent on each other is brittle and complex. Execution order should not be presumed. You should also avoid slow running tests. Now there are various aspects to using test-driven development. For example, the principles of KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Or Yagni, you aren't gonna need it. By focusing on writing only the code necessary to pass tests, designs can often be cleaner and clearer than achieved by other methods. In the book Test-Driven Development by Example, Ken Beck also suggests the principle, fake it till you make it. Too many teams put their automated tests as nice to have or as an afterthought, but as you know by now, automated testing is the foundation of successful DevSecOps teams. Check out our video on ruthless automation if you've missed it. By leveraging TDD, teams ensure quality is improved, code is often more simple and clearer. Tests are automated and repeatable. They are not an afterthought. By increasing your test coverage and ensuring that new code has baked-in testing, teams can iterate faster and embrace the concept of fail fast but don't fail twice for the same reasons. If for some reason code fails in production, the first thing a team will do is create a test to ensure it doesn't happen again. Now, one of the most important pitfalls of TDD teams is to forget about other tests. It is essential for teams not to just think about unit testing, but also create integration tests, end-to-end testing, and regression tests as well. In a world of microservices, ensuring that the system functions properly as a cohesive end product is essential. There you have it. Test-driven development is a great option to embrace for teams to succeed at implementing DevSecOps and increase their test coverage and maturity. TDD enables developers to focus on the least amount of code needed to build the capability and gives them clarity and streamlines their work. Thanks to automated testing, teams will be able to know exactly how new code will potentially impact the existing system in production. More importantly, it will enable the organization to release at a faster pace to move at a pace of relevance. TDD isn't the only way to write tests, but it has been proven to work quite well for many highly performing software teams.